Hello everybody, I'm back today with another chess video. Today I'll be talking about how each piece attacks and what to do when a pawn makes it to the other side of the board and the unique style of how each piece captures. To start off, I have 6 pawns on the board, as you can see on the screen. Now, the only way a pawn can attack is if it goes in a diagonal direction, as seen by this arrow on screen. Now, it is not limited to one direction, as shown. It can also move here, like so. It can either move here, or it can move here. But it can never attack directly in front. Never. The difference between attacking and capturing is that when you're attacking, your piece is directly threatened by an opposing piece, and vice versa. Capturing, on the other hand, is when your piece takes an opponent's piece, and vice versa. What happens when a pawn makes to the other side of the board? Well, it can become any piece on the board, whether or not said piece was taken or not. For example, if this pawn right here makes it to this back row of your opponent's side, it can now turn into either a bishop, a knight, a rook, or a queen. As for the bishops, which is these pieces right here, they are only allowed to attack in a diagonal direction, and they are only allowed to stay on their respective color that they are currently on. And unlike checkers, the bishop are not allowed to take pieces like so. They are only allowed to take the piece that's in front of them, as so, right here. For the knights, they are only allowed to move in an L-shaped position, as demonstrated here. Or, if you want more information about it, I have made another video about piece movements, if you want to go check out that video. Now, though these pieces, the knights, are unique because when they are moving in an L-shaped position, they are not allowed to take a piece in their traveling direction. For example, if this white knight is going to this gray right here, as shown by where the arrow is pointing, this knight is not allowed to take this piece and then move here, because the rules state that knights are allowed to jump over other pieces. Then the knight is allowed to jump over this piece, go here, and go here, just as long as the knight makes an L-shaped position, starting from the position it originally started from. And same thing with black knights. And with the black knight pieces, they are not allowed to take in the direction that is going to, but it can only take of its final destination. One thing that you will notice about how a knight moves is that when the knight is making that L-shaped direction, it will always land on a different color each time. Now, rooks are simple. They are only allowed to move in a horizontal or vertical position. and they are allowed to attack and capture that same way, as shown by the arrows here. Though I think, well, at least in my opinion, that rooks are more of a late game piece than an early game piece, because there are fewer obstacles in the rook's way at the end game. Now, queens are very unique pieces because they have the ability of rooks and bishops combined, so they are allowed, as shown by these dots here, that they are allowed to go in any direction that they want to. And same thing for the black queen. But she is unable to move like a knight, as shown in this demonstration here. This queen, is not able to move like a knight and take this queen, and vice versa. At last, the king. The king is the most important piece on the board, because once the king is in checkmate, that is game over. And that's why you need to protect the king at all costs. But what makes the king unique is that, just like the queen, the king is able to move in any direction that he wants. But unlike the queen, the king is only able to move one square at a time, as shown by the dots around the white king. Now, if you have any more questions on attacking and or capturing, let me know in the comments, and I will try to get back to you as soon as possible. And thanks for watching.